Share the video. Share the video. Before we start our program, I would like everybody to share the video. And after you share the video, I want more audience to come so we can start the program. Right now, the music will play while you share the video. Thank you. Our audience, thank you for coming today. Our program today is it will start, but before we start, I want to give you an outlay. You know, this week that what happened to us this week, especially with the citizens, the lovely citizens of Yerul, and also the entire South Sudan. You know that we lost the son of Lake State, General Marial Nuor, and also he is somebody in a high level in our government, and he also somebody that had been struggle for our effort in South Sudan when we were in a war time. And today since we are said we are coming here to pay him a tribute so he can be remembered. And that's why we come today to live. We are saddened, and we want to let him know that we love him together with other heroes who had fallen this week. Even if we have not mentioned one of their name, but you know that we are honoring him together with our brother, Marial Nuor. So now there will be a video that will play, and that video is a tribute to him. I will stand to give him a respect. You will also stand in where you are to give him respect. This video is a tribute to him and also other fallen heroes back home. So we will not talk today about his biography, and will not talk today about biography of the general that had passed. But today we will give him a tribute. We'll give them a tribute. We'll give them respect, and we will mourn together with the families. Later, after the burial, we will come to live again to talk about their biography, their achievement, and when they were born, and what they have contributed to our struggle and to our life. Now, I will bring that video that we made attributed to them, especially General Marial Nuor and other heroes. So this video will play, and we will stand so we can honor them. We'll honor them because we are not happy. You know, we are not happy because these people matter a lot in our life, and it was just sudden that we have lost them. So let's pay respect to them, and after that I will come back after the video play, and I will share a little bit with you, and we will close the show, because today we are not happy to talk many things, because we are not giving out their biography, but we will come to live 2 days from now. Also, today is 16 May. This is the day that we, with the South Sudanese, get mad. We were very unhappy with all Sudan, and then we start forming self-determination. It is a day that we fought for a self-determination, and we have our independence and our country. and it was a result of 16 May. So know that in your mind, we are giving a tribute to our heroes, and also we are also putting our hands up SPLOA 16 May to give also respect to our fallen heroes during the war. And that's also the meaning of 16 May. So join me and let's play that video with a tribute to our brother Marial Nuor. So let's start it. Uh, that that song, the first song, which is South Sudan National Anthem, was an tribute to our brother and our general, Marial Nuarjok, and other fallen heroes. But I will go ahead and play a video because it did not bring the video up. So bear with me. Let me bring the video so it will play as a video, and that's why I stop it. So give me a minute to play it as a video because the video really look good. So give me one movement and just share and bear with me. Thank you.
freedom we joy. For justice, liberty, and prosperity shall forever reign. In silence cemented our national foundation. We vow to our nation, all the days of Sudan.
Thank you, our audience. You know that we are not going to talk much today. The reason we're coming to live is to give a tribute to our fallen heroes, and we will talk more after the burial. That's when we will come to live and we talk more. But right now, we were coming to live to give a tribute to our fallen heroes. We give a tribute to General Marial Nuor and his colleague, his comrade. This video will play for this week. Whenever we come to live, this video will be replayed more and more and more. And our next coming, we will come and talk about his biography and the biography of other brothers, of other fallen heroes who have passed this week. So now we will end the show, but tomorrow we will come back again and play the video so we can remember them. The purpose of this show is to remember our fallen heroes because we are not happy. So I will not bring anybody because we are not yet giving any information. but we just want to come and give a tribute to them. Thank you. Okay, our audience, the program changed slide a little bit. We will bring some family members to come and have a say, and then. But remember, we are not here to talk about the biography of the general, but we will bring you to the screen. So give us roughly 2 minutes to bring people so we can share together. Thank you. Okay, I have sent the link. I have sent the link. You can copy it, paste it on the Safari or Google Chrome, and then come by. Yes. How you doing, Mr. Red?
I moderate. I greet you, brother.
I greet you too. We will keep it in English so everybody can cheer. So I greet you. Welcome to Lake State Media. And the reason we come here today is to honor our fallen heroes.
Yeah.
And we made this video for them. You have seen there are other people that are not there, all of them, but most pictures are for General Marial Nuor job. But we have other generals that we put together in one picture because we were trying to reach out so we can have more pictures, so we can, make it inclusive. But we didn't get the right people to send us the pictures. So I just get that picture and I put it there. And also I have not yet talked about their name right now because we will be having another show. Madid will be here, Peter Kenny will be here, and some of you will be here. And we will share the topic. We will give them respect, and because we are heartbroken. But today we just make this brief show so we can show to the world that we love them and we are mourning for them, and so they can know, their soul will know that we love them. So welcome to Lake State Media, and other people are coming. So I give you the floor. Continue.
All right. Thank you. I greet the Lake State and I greet the viewers as well. And we have to stand the time for worse and time for good. We have to be there as a citizen, as a people that concern the land. So whatever that happened, we have to appeal and give our condolences to the family, to the general that fallen from. So the point of how we went to the bush We went to the bush because of a lot of things that we all know what had happened. So if anybody pass away, like General Marial, we have to come to their family to pray for the family and tell them that because what happened that the achievement that they were fought for, we had it, we have it now. We have South Sudan. We have South Sudan. So to me, I can appeal to the family and say the general has seen the potential of the land, that what they fought for. We have a country. We have the land. So, and this is the way that we all we will go together. We go onto the road. All of us we go to the road. So that's my message to the family and to the nation as well, because those who stand for the beauty of the land as well, they have to be credit through their family, because what happened on the backyard, it is because of the movement, because of our fundamental, what we took to arm to have a country. So to me, I feel to the community of Greater Lagos State for the long stand with Splm. And with that solidarity, at the moment that it happened to along the sons needs, we stand with you, and it is our loss as well. It is not just only you, it is all about us. And let's still keep the spirit of the land. What make this general fall? What make them fall? Beginning in Anyanya 2, that when we have a problem with Anyanya 2, it was because of this land, and we lost the comrade too. We lost Kunatem, we lost the Samuel Guy too. We lost a lot of them that onto there. But what was it? It narrowed. The narrative was the same thing. The narrative about Sudan, South Sudan. What would have to be in a context of us, to be on the context of the world. So we were having difficulties or differences, but we were aiming for the same thing. We were aiming for the same context, the same ideology, that we want to be free. We want to be free. We want to be who we are. Our identity as South Sudanese. When you go to the northern part, there is no Arab. It is ideology. Our African brothers and sisters that have been ideologized onto the term that become Arabism or Arab. They were not Arab. There is no Arab in the whole in North. There is no Arab. But through this ideology, indoctrination, that concept itself has failed us all along, and it came into our movement as well. That we have all these difficulties when we were in the bush. So we were having a problem of how the movement will progress. There were some people, Anyanya too, saying that this is the shortcut. That is where we have to go. But the long term in which we have to embrace, because the problem within Sudan was not just only centered in South Sudan. It was not about us. It was connected to the region of Sudan in general. So in that aspect, that is how we still have to embrace 16 May, those patriotic comrades that were stand for that ideology. Ideology that you have to have your own identity and you have to protect it. As President Kiir is still there alive, and his comrade, it was not just only that we were fought just only for South Sudan. That was not the idea, but to give the touch, to give enlightened people at the part of Sudan to know what is identity itself. That was the point. That was the point. But if we were kind of people that we want to cut a shortcut to have a country or to have South Sudan, yeah, it could be easy. But that's SPLA have a broadened ideology, the big picture, to enlighten people within Sudan that there is no Arab in Sudan. It is ideology that people have to be indoctrinated that you are Arab. Yet you are not Arab. And people that fought with us, they were not Arab. The people that were fought with us in Equatorial area, being sent from Khartoum, all these places, they're not Arab. But because of ideology, they accepted that they are Arab. That was the mission of that Splm, to give that platform to other part of the region, South Sudan, to know that the identity itself is very important. So our mission was identity. Our identity will not be defined by the religion, by the Islam, by the Arabism. That was not our ideology. Our ideology was that we are African. And what's wrong with that? What is wrong that to be black? What is wrong with it? I'm proud of it. What is the connection that for me to be connected to Arab world, to be a part of Islam? That was the pure message to our brothers of the North that was being indoctrinated and being conditioning onto that process of being that we are all Sudanese. But yet we are not all Sudanese in a character. In a character of what? In a character of literature? In a character of job. We are not that as Sudanese. We are not a character of Sudanese when you go to hospital. We are not characters of Sudanese when you seek a job. We are not Sudanese when you seek education. We are not there. There is a category that has been categorized within there. But yet we are not Arab. So how this ideology came along? It came along, and that is why we took arm. We not took arm because that we hate people. We don't like others. We don't like the East and the West and the North and all this. No. We took arm because we need identity itself. We need identity. Islam is not, we were not against, We are not against the Islam. That was not our point. We were not against the Islam. But we are against it. Religion cannot be a condition. It should not be a condition, and it will not be a condition. We're proud how we are as Africans. Our tradition should have to be remain as it is, and it should not be questioned by anybody. God cannot question it. But if anybody can question it, then that is why we went to Bush, to took arm for that cause. So, dear comrade and to Lagos State, yeah, I have to give, I have to have a remark about this, about our movement, and our being. Our being itself is very important. There's nobody that can claim you. You have to be you. You have to be you in this way. To seek for your identity, to fight for it, or to do diplomatic in other way. So, brother Ball, yes, this is what I can add to this. And my condolences to the family of General Marial, and that I pledge for that.
Thank you, William. I appreciate your input, and you have made some crucial point about our movement, the reason why we get to go to the bushes and fight against the Madukuri, Chananina Zajani, because we had been marginalized, and there is no any other citizen have a right over another citizen to marginalize you. And the only unity that would have drive Sudan forward is Sudanese, not Arabism or South Sudanesism. That's how I see it. But because other citizens feel that it is their right to mistreat other citizens, that's the reason why we took unharmed and we fought for our independence. I will make it short because I already explained the reason why we come to live today, and I was waiting for more audience to come and share with us, but I don't see anybody coming. What I want to say now is that tomorrow we will come live and we will honor our fallen heroes for this week until the time we will talk about their biography. We also know it's the 16th May today, and that's why I was giving chance like William to come share with us, because when we established the SPLA, and our founders know that they knew there will be death, and that's why a lot of people perished during the struggle, and we know that because they give their life, and that's why we have what we have today. So we had been mourning all our heroes for 21 years, but today is very painful for those people who delivered us, and then they die for no cause. You see the point? This is no cause. We would have lose these people during the war, but they struggle and they deliver us. But when they just die for no cause, it make one of us getting more upset. So that's why Today we are giving them this respect, and God will rest their soul, and we will take what they have left. We will take it from there, and we will carry on. That's why always our people, our leaders need to educate the young people so we can take over. It's very important for us to take over, and that was the mission. I will go further, my audience. I will go further to talk about what was the mission of the Splm, SPLA when we were in the struggle. Their mission was not only to take harm and fight and not giving education to young men. They fought, and also they went back home. They went to zones and bring young men and invest them in the movement and taught them. Some of us are here today, you there on the screen, and I and some other young men. They taught us so we can take over South Sudan. And that's today our people have to learn from what our previous chairman have done. Without his wise vision, we would have not been here today. He have select the zonal commanders and send them all over South Sudan, and then went to villages, collect all the children and bring them to the movement. His vision was to let us take over South Sudan today. And that's why we are here, for our people, our commanders, and our president, and our other leaders who are not back home. They should be wise today and still train young men so they can take over South Sudan, because people can be there and sometimes they can leave us. So they have to carry on with the mission of the chairman, Dr. John Graham, and other zonal commanders. Keep training young men. Keep training young men. For instance, General Marial Nuor is one of the very intelligent, bright general. And his vision today, I hope he have left it with other young men in the military. I hope so. So they have to keep up with the homework, with the mission that chairman have left with them. They should not abandon young people, because we will take over the country. So thank you. If you want to put any comment, you can insert it, and then I will close the show. But that's how I feel. Our people have to, keep training us so we can take over the nation.
Yes. Thank you. I have no that much than that. So you can invite it.
Okay. Okay. If you don't have much now, I have seen
the remark that I want to make. The remark that I want to make is a remark of the liberation. The remark of liberation. There has to be recognition. There has to be recognition, although we have difficulties along the line. We have to recognize these generals that were there. We have to recognize William Nuor. We have to recognize all along all these generals. No, that the fallen generals too, because this is an important day for us. And there is a saying in Dinka. It's a saying in Dinka that say that counter warfare, that the deed that you have done, you should not be taken away from your credit. It had to go on to it. This is how we fought this war. Although that we have the difficulties along the line, we have a problem. We have Nasser defection in 1991, and we have other scenarios as well. But what was the fundamental? What was the cause for South Sudanese? We have a common goal. Our common goal too. That is how we became known. That we have a problem within us as South Sudanese. We have no problem with Nuer, and Nuer have no problem with Dinkins and Victorians all along. But through this common ideology, common problem, we came there to have a problem for ourselves. And those problems also we have to fix them professionally and in a term of life. That what was the program? What was the agenda that we went to build? We went to build not because that we have a problem with Nuer or Nuer have a problem with Dinka or with Victoria. That was not a problem.
Yeah.
But when this scenario came along there, we have to treat it in a different way.
Right.
But we need to know the cause of how we look at.
William.
So this day of the year, for this day of 16 May also, we have to revisit the history itself. We have to revisit the history. Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we want to keep it the way we want to keep this show, since we know that it is an attribute and also a little bit of 16 May. We want to keep it in a national level, the way SPLA was found. And we don't want to talk about the conflict back home that was going on between these years. We don't want to get there, because I know once you will get there, some of my brother will come get in there, and that's not where we want to go today. We want to talk about if our father, if they left us, what will they left with us? If our fathers don't show us what they know, how will we get there? And also, morning.
Comrade Bull, I want to go somewhere. Can I go? Can I convey my word of condolence and then I will go?
Yes, actually, you are highly welcome. David, you are highly welcome. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So thank you. You can put me on now on the whatever. To put me off.
Okay. First of all, Comrade Ball, I greet you. And I thank you for having me in your show. It's not the first time for me to be in this podium. I have been here several times, and I used to contribute also for the issues that pertain to our beloved country, South Sudan. Today, it is a sad day because within a month, we have lost permanent leaders. We actually served us during our army struggle. So my condolences and sympathy, my heartfelt condolences and sympathy goes to all the family of General Marial Nuor Jok. We are neighbors, and whenever the problem happened, always you call the neighbors for empowerment to the family of General Marial, and I also acknowledge his national contribution that he made during our long war of army struggle. So this week, it is a very sad week for all the South Sudanese. Within a month now, we have lost about 7 prominent leaders, together with Major Marial. We lost Professor Agren Ayuen Majok. He is a Vice Chancellor of University of John Garang Memorial University of John Garang Memorial University. So he lost his life within this week. Professor Agri Ayuen Majok lost his life, and we have got also Brigadier General Rokom Bom Ariam Kun Niang. Brigadier also died 2 weeks ago, and then we have the third is Lieutenant General Marial Nuor Jok, who also lost his life, and also we have got Major General John Madenga Duel, also lost his life this 2 days ago. I think today they died together with General Marial in the same day. So we have got the Lieutenant General Lia Diudan. Lia Dio was the first guy who actually were rebel before the formation of the SPLA in Bentiu in 1982. He was the first guy who rebelled in the town of Manken. He killed a lot of Arabs and marched and joined the Anyanya too. So he lost his life also 4 days ago. We have also Justin Pancholwal Aliar, who is also the former judge, Supreme Court of Justice for South Sudan, also died. We have also Major General Matuj Akol Dot, also Major General Matuj Akol Dot also died. We have also Major General Ajang John Jok also died 2 weeks ago. And then we have Major General Tangwal Lual. This guy died. And Major General Jacob Matuj also died. So we have lost about 10 criminal leaders in only 3 weeks. So this is a great loss for South Sudan. It is a great loss for the nation. It is a great loss for their family. So we are praying to God that let this death stop. We had enough. Our people, they died a lot. As a result, if the elders could die simultaneously like this, it is a great loss. So if it goes on like this, how many we are going to lose a year? It is we pray to God to stop this continuous death that haunting our nation. Today, we know it is a 37th anniversary of the SPLA formation. That is the 16th May. The 16th May, we need to remember. We need to commemorate annually. We have got a very important date that we, the people of South Sudan, should put in mind and heart, in our soul. That is 16 May. And also we have a 30 July annually and Independence Day. So these are historical dates that we need to put in mind and hearts. Those comrades whom I have just read, they contributed for our national freedom and joy. So as a result, if they fallen today, we have to remember them, and we have to encourage their family so that they know that this war that our people, our ancestors fought to claim about 4 million lives. Our South Sudan independence is a hardwood independence. Why people call it hardwood independence? It claimed about 4 million lives, and it got about 5 political paths. It has got about 5 political paths. From our army struggle, our ancestors, they fought against the invaders. They fought against the slave traders. They fought against the colonial master who actually tried to colonize our people. Our people, they resist, and they form what is called civilian resistance movement. Since the entry of Arab is 1300, our people, they fought grossly to defend our republic, South Sudan. From 1821, there was a resistance movement. When the Turkish and the Arab and the Anglo, they are trying to invade South Sudan, our ancestors, they resist. There was those civilian resistance movement were led by 3 groups, were inspired by the Nuor resistance, by the Aliap resistance. Aliap also, they fought, the people of Europe, they fought against the invaders, and also the Zandi. From 1821 up to 1947. From 1947, our political discourse, it turned to politics, where South Sudanese demand the federalism or cell rules. So from 1947, it turned into politics. It turned to political call. The people of South Sudan, they call for federalism in Sudan as to govern themselves. That is Antony rule. From 1955 to 1972, there was the formation of Anyanya, where there was a mountain in Torit on 18 August 1955. The people of South Sudan, they rebelled before 1 year, 5-6 months before independence of Sudan. Our people, they took up army in Torit because they were oppressed by the Arab. And the Sunday, who was a public holiday for Christian, was abolished. So as a result, our people, they took up army, and that rebellion was led by Commander Tepeng. So they rebelled in the town of Torit. The Archbishop, Father Sernino Luro, joined them. Father Sernino Luro was a bishop at that time, and he joined the Montini soldiers. So they marched out from the town of Torit and formed what the so-called Anyanya. So Anyanya 1 was formed, and then it continued for 17 years, fighting for 17 years. From there, we had the first Anyanya leader was Father Sernino Luro, but he was killed. When he went to Uganda, Idi Amin Dada, in collaboration of Ibrahim Aboud, they killed him. He was killed in Uganda, and his body was dumped in Nimli. Important that the man came to Uganda, and when he was about to go home, back to his country, he was accidentally fall into the ambush of the Anyanya, and Anyanya killed him. So something unfortunate after he was killed, and then Gordon Matod Mayen took over until 1963. General Joseph Lago rebelled from the government of Sudan army, and then he joined the Anyanya. And then, due for a good heart and nationalism of Gordon Matod Mayen stepped down for Joseph Lago. And then Joseph Lago led the Anyanya for 17 years until the Addis Ababa agreement was signed on the 24th of March 1972. So that marked the end of Anyanya 1. And then from 24th of March 1975, based on Quang Ledjor, Ward Ledjor, James W. and Bulkur, they rebelled in the town of Akob. From there, they marched toward Ethiopia. they managed to kill somebody called Abdel Quat. Abdel Quat was the man who actually who set up, who killed late William Dengnial in Rumbek. This man was used by the Arab, and then from there they deploy him in Akuba. When Benson Kwan rebelled, he told him that Abdullah, I will not leave you because you have killed a prominent leader of South Sudan. So you kill William Dengnial, and I will not leave you alive. So he was killed. They killed him, and then they marched toward Ethiopia, and then they established what is called Biel Farm Training Camp. We accommodate all the SPLM, SPLA. So from 1975 to 1983, that was the period of Anyanya 2. And then from 16 May 1983, there was a rebellion, Montigny in Boton. That was 105, 104, 105. Kalbino Kwanyin Bull rebelled in the town of Bor. And then from there, Kalbino, during the military confrontation, with him in the Gayad of Malwal Shuat in Boton, Kalbino was wounded. But the SPA, the Arba, did not leave him. So they took him until they took him into Serbia, where he was treated. Then from there, they marched toward Biel Farm. And they found the Biel Farm was only built by the Anyanya 2. That marked the beginning of the new movement called SPLM, SPLA. So SPLA fought for 21 years. And the SPLM was led by Dr. John Garang de Mavio. So the war claimed almost 3 million. 3 million lives died alive during the SPLM, SPLA. There was a setback, yes. As the comrade said, there was a split. There was a revolution. There was a coup that was attempted by the leaders during the SPLA. There was a setback. Yes, the first one was in 1997. Kalbino Kwanyin Bol, Arok, and General John Kulam Porweo, they rebelled. So they were their rebellion were quelled. They were arrested and put in jail. And also another one was in 1991. So in 1991 also there was a rebellion. There was a declaration was made by Dr. Riek Machar due because of the political objective of the movement. Some people were calling for total independence of South Sudan through the right of self-determination. Others were calling for the circular democratic United Sudan through the new vision. So there was Tuareg faction and Nasser faction. And as a result, it also ended bloodily. There was also a setback. Another rebellion also was staged in 1994 that was led by General Maulana Majergai. Maulana Majergai also attempted to overthrow the movement, and as a result, that also movement was quelled. Majer was arrested together with those of Michael Makwe. They were put in jail. So that is another setback. Another one was in 2004 in Yeton. General Salva Kiir Mayardit tried staged also his rebellion in the town of Ye, but it ended also peacefully. Dr. Riek Machar actually intervened and resolved it peacefully until Garang and President Salva Kiir was reconciled peacefully, and there was no bloodshed. So the movement, we call it the hard movement because it claimed about 4 million lives. Our people fought from 1821 to 1955. This is the one political path. From 1955 to 1972, that is the second political path. From 1975 to 1983, that is the third political path. From 1983 to 2005, that is the fourth political path. And then from 2005 to 2011, that was also another front led by Salva Kiir Mayar. So We in South Sudan, we call it a hard-won independence. This day is a historical day. Along the way of freedom, we have lost about 12 prominent members of the SPLM-SPLA political military high command and senior SPLA political military high command and the alternative high command of the SPLM. We lost Dr. John Garang the Mabior. We have lost Arok Thon Arok. We have lost William Nyon Baymachar Loal. We have lost John Kulam Fodwiel. We have lost Yusuf Kwal Maki. We have lost Lord Dim Wall. We have lost also we have lost Martin Manuel. We have lost Gordon. We have lost Benson Punch. We have lost also Dol Shul. We have lost Galero Modigorinya. We have lost also a prominent leader like Joseph Odwo. We have lost. These are the alternative political military high command. So now about 17, 18 of them always remain. Salva Kiir Mayar is still alive. Dr. Riek Machar is still alive. Lama Col is still alive. James Waniga is still alive. Coleman Young Duke is still alive. Daniel Weather Code is still alive. So from 18, only 6 of them is still alive. 5 of them is still alive. So we have lost a long way of freedom. We have lost many heroes and heroines in South Sudan. So today is the 16th May. Let us remember. It is unfortunate day. It is unfortunate that today, the 16th May, our people are killing themselves. Something unfortunate. You hear that Nuor had been attacked by Morley. They also attacked they also attacked Duke Padiet. So the fighting is going up to now. This 16 May, if we have a government for the people and by people, 16 May should be respected. All the gun can be silent across the nation as a commemoration of our fallen heroes and heroines. And sisters, this day is a very important day. So we in South Sudan, we are united. We are united by our six factors, six issues. We are united by our sovereign independent South Sudan, our geographical border, our South Sudan primitives united us. We are united by our national anthem. The national anthem that we think united South Sudanese from Nimli to Rang, from Jebel Buma to Raja. So we are united by our national flag. The national flag of South Sudan unites us. We are united by our national currency. The South Sudanese pound united us. We are united by our permanent constitution. The constitution of South Sudan united us. We are united by our national identity. All the people in South Sudan, 74 tribes who are now in South Sudan, we are all African. We share African culture. We are all black. We are Negroes. We are Negroes. We are black Africans. We share African culture. Our identity united us. We are united. These are the factors that united us as the people of South Sudan. So, despite our political differences, despite our ethnicity, all these items united us. So, I can say it, all this temptation. Now in Bentiu, there's fighting. and also in our differences, our fighting, killing one another will not help us. But our South Sudanism will take us to paradise. So from here, brother, I can stop here. You can give a chance to whoever want to contribute it. I can say it, my heart condolences to the family of deceased that I have just mentioned. It is a great loss to South Sudan, and let us march. Tomorrow we shall see the light.
Thank you, David. Thank you for more brief explanation. I know in your speech there are great things you have said, but there are also things that added, but there will not be dispute today. We will find a day to dispute them. But I will just say something so people cannot keep in their mind, oh, so and so also did rebel. They did rebel. He said something about Salva Kiir Mayardit rebelled in Torit, like he mentioned. That one was a different scenario. He never stopped back on SPLM formation. That was not true. He did not rebel. You need to go, David, and revisit the history very well. So, my viewers, what David have just added, that he have explained so many rebellion, but the rebellion that he mentioned about President Kiir is not true. So I will leave it from there. If you want to dispute it, we can come to screen another day and we talked about it. Like I said, today is not a day that we will talk about things that we always argue for. But I just want to let people know that that was wrong information. You need to go back and revisit the history and why they were reconciled with Dr. John Graham. He did not rebel. It was another scenario. People stepped in and it was solved. That's it. Brother, also, the reason why I did not talk more about SPLA was formed and many rebellion, because it was not the topic today. You know, it was not the topic today, but we give him a chance. If you have slide a little bit, explain how the SPLA was formed, that's fine. I love it. But I did not start with that because that was not a topic of today. So we here in Lake State Media, we know the formation of the SPLA and we know the end of it. But since it was not the talking point, I did not bring it up. But we all know how it was formed, and we all also know the formation of Anyanya one. We also know how many rebellions occurred. So I will leave it there, but I just want you to know we did not talk about it because it was not a talking point of today. So my brother, Gabriel Kwano, I will give you a floor. Welcome to Lake State Media. And I saw you writing comments, but I did not respond to them because, anybody can say whatever he said, whatever she said on the comment, that's fine. But you already know our topic of today. We are giving a tribute to our fallen heroes. And also it is 16 May. If somebody also talk a little bit about 16 May, we want to keep it on the formation of 16 May. And we don't want to, like he did. He did very well. David, he did very well. He keep it on the 16 May. But we don't want to go about 2013 war. We don't want to talk about those. So welcome to Lake State Media.
First, I would like you to do this. I would like you to ask all the audience, put your hands here. Put your hand here. And let us take 1 minute of silence. Okay. Because of the honor of the comrade, let us say SPLA.
SPLOA.
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 First and foremost, let us thank our heroes who died for the cause of the South Sudan. I'm not celebrating the May 16 because May 16 is a wonderful day, but I honor my comrades who died in prawn. Some of them I watched them while dying, and I also know that my contribution to the movement I valued a lot, and because I value my comrade. Until now we are talking, my friends. The May 16, we celebrate May 16 with bullets. We don't celebrate with music. When we were surrounding Juba, we send the artillery to Juba when there is a May 16. Zamandag binakul balila. Zamandag nehna binakul balila. I remember one day we were surrounded in a place called Ulo for 3 months. Amalena sees. Commander Majab was there. Kishner was there for 3 months. Nena gadin bikanadi. For Zamandag May 16, we had an offensive. قمنا من أولو كشرنا المالات ده كله في يوم واحد بس مسلنا 3 دبابة. 3 دبابة we were capturing. For victory le SPLA, but unfortunately enough, our comrades betrayed the movement. Today, we shouldn't celebrate with tanks and jesh. نحن قاعدين celebrate with عيالتا مدرسة يمشي قدام, medical team يمشي قدام, farmers what we produce يمشي قدام, وSPLA يكون ورا يعمل دفاع. ده بورونا إنه we signify that the movement have achieved the goal. But unfortunately, we celebrate today our people are in the camp. We celebrate today many South Sudanese are dying. The May 16 is not an easy day. May 16 is the day we fire the guns against the marginalization. But today, even Salva Kiir himself can reason that did SPLA accomplish what we were fighting for? The answer would be no. Because now we have no anything. Our people today, when I came to you, the Morley attacks, and that is not a separate story. It's the story within the achievement of SPLA. May 16 will never be forgotten. Even though we divide ourselves as SPLM, SPLA divided factions. SPLM IG, SPLM United. SPLM had a history, but I don't want to go to what David was going, because that will aggravate something. I don't want to go there. SPLA told us that this story is the continuation of his stories. It started from 47, it came to 55, and again 83, concluded 2011. 2011, it concluded that we had an independent. That's it. If you go in details, there are some comrades we killed on our own. We killed them. And the story is not fair. When you go and dig all the dots in SPLM history, some of these comrades we're celebrating, the SPLM killed it. And we don't need to go back to history. History has a lot of losers and winners. That's why in SPLM, they said, continuation of his stories, concluded in 2011 by independence of South Sudan. We achieved one thing. My brother Bol, we only achieved one thing. That is the independence of South Sudan. The rest of our song, if you look, you were playing more song and all this. They said something in Dinka, which I hear it very. They said, if we don't come together, we will not be able to liberate South Sudan. Okay? TL is jealousy. You had the more was singing about TL. If we don't come together, we will not make liberation of South Sudan a reality. More have told us in their songs, and you can hear there. I do understand a little bit of Dinka, and I do know through the songs, whatever you playing, I know the meaning. What they're telling there is very clear. It's a way forward. Nothing secret. All these moral bita, they were not just you sing for your head. They're a team selected to edit you. If your song is a tribal, they will not pass it. I know that. That means all the songs that you're singing, they are very, very good. And the SPLM of today, the betrayers of SPLM today in Juba, they don't want to hear that, because the history will tell us, and let us go back to 16th of May. 16th of May, I myself, in my own vision, when we celebrate 16th of May, we should play roads, major roads in Juba. In TV, we play them. We play universities that we achieved. We play Zarah, Malta Zarah. Then now we play. This is the achievement of our heroes. But today, that's not the story. The story is completely different. We're still treating ourselves as enemy. But we are not enemy. We are enemy of information. If you can disagree with me to agree, then we don't need gun. Just come together. Let's argue to disagree. That's what they SPLM to me. I remember the victory of Ulo, a man from Bargazal. We were told that because he was happy we defeat the enemy in Ulo, he give us he give us something like 10 cows to be sold out and given to people in Blue Nile. Zamandak. Liwah Bugulo Operation Keker, ORK. We were having here Operation Keker. For SPLM was very strong. SPLM was very direct to the point until the betrayers, when we were fighting them, some of them were called sultans, and they collided with government. Now it's no longer the case. My comrades who fought in the war, some of them are end up drinking because they're frustrated. Nobody care about them. Today in the army, in the South Sudan army, some of them are living destitute life, no money, no nothing, but they still the former comrades, and their comrades are betraying them. So SPLM failure, you cannot look further. Go to South Sudan and ask this question. You have the tag بتاع SPLM ده الجبال انت قلت في مالتهم في بورو في دبور هنا في حاجه هنا بيقول شنو بيعمل سلاح كده وبيقول شنو equality, freedom and justice and liberty. Do you see yourself in South Sudan? I don't see it. Yes, they said it, but action-wise, it's not happening. Action-wise, the ground is not happening. Today, we are talking not because of IO, not because of anything. We are talking of values that led us to rebel in the first place. Because IO is also still a SPLM. They have the history. Dr. Yab was a general commander in Upper Nile State. He comes from Malut. He knows, many of you knows this story. I don't need to tell you. All of you, Jesh al-Amar, into Arfin, Tariq da Tamam. For I like the Jammer Bugul Kida. Jammer Khan in Dunguna Bugul Gal, John Garang Bencher, Kukol, Kucher, Kupe, Kucher, Tonial, John Garang Kadi Tariq. I like your songs because it is the way we come from. But today, my brothers, the SPLM party is filled with people, they don't want history because they are very sensitive to history. When we're talking about history, you young boy, Bull, were in the camp training, but they were there in Khartoum. They were colliding with our government, with the Sudan government at the time. Now they come, Muzalla Tani, Manja Gadin Makir Bandit, they don't even care about other South Sudanese. That's why today, as we speak, Koi kun koi bai Mwanjang Pat, I think it's all development. Okay? Development aliu. Koi ku ato. Wa kinkini, which in the out, we have to criticize the SPLM party. We don't need to be shy of SPLM party. Yes, I believe last time I said to you guys, you are SPLM way. It does not mean that it make big offensive. That's how you recognize the SPLM. Na manikun fujum bigule SPLM way. Can we say SPLM way. If we make victory, we say SPLM way. The word becomes one of the vocabulary we know since we grew up in the SPLM. But from here, my brother, the story of our late heroes, I am relevant to story. I'm not saying this by myself. You can check the fact. Even when we lose Torit, when we lose Capoeira in 95, Commander Anyar, he said, I will not go. He handed himself to enemy. Many of you knows this story. Majong Mach died in front of us. Comrade Lul died in second Hujum Namamal now. For SPLM, we lose great people with great memory. We cannot even delete them in our minds. The only thing we can make them happy is by building schools, by making South Sudan a democratic country, by fighting for illiteracy.
Kwano
That's the values I'm talking here.
Kwano.
Ana vijamru takhazu. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Continue.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
yeah.
I was about to play a song of Kazuk, but I will search it, but continue. Go on.
Yes. Yes, yeah, Comrade Ball. Today is a day that no more enemy. We have to remember our fallen heroes. Not only Garang, you go back to 47, Salatin Bitana, and the story goes on and on and on. Some of them, they may suicide and go somewhere, Splm have killed them. And we all knowing that we're going one way. That one way in the Khartoum regime has to be changed. And we did it. We did it. Now when we celebrate, the Nubians mountain are celebrating. The people in Blue Nile are observing the May 16. It's not us alone. We have people in Blue Nile. We have people in Nuba Mountains. The story is so relevant to them. And we need to remember our friends. And when we have a stable South Sudan, we will let them come because they were our friends. But when me and my brother Bol are pointing guns and fighting, how would we invite our friends? It's not going to happen. So it's my hope that one day, and that one day alone, the South Sudanese will come to mind, understand that, you know, the difference is not about you being other tribe. No. The difference is on the ground. The Splm did not achieve anything. Rather than shouting and all this, they didn't do anything. Yes, they raised the plague. They raised the plague of South Sudan. But after plague, what next? Yes, we have currency and then a grues. Lakin ba'ad grues pishunu. Even they didn't transform the army. Today, as we speak, just bita SPL is the man, rebel cannot defeat them. Rebel cannot defeat them. But today, the beautiful organ bita SPL, mo kharaboa. Maga ihtani. Kharbu mara wahid. Lana we used to have a comradeship. When you are being italo or akhuk tani min gabila ma bakhalli. Begib mag in no, that's the values we stand for. But today, that's non-existent. It's not there anymore. SPLM, if I debate with you, you choose to be an IG and I choose to be an IO. We still the same people. There's no difference. Junubin kullu bugul ya akhi, itu kullu nas so. Intu bas talabtum mal gruz wa shaghaltu batkum. That's it. Because SPLM IG and SPLM IO, what's the difference makes? There's no difference, right? But we have a difference in ideology only. We are saying, no, the reform has to happen. The other side said, no, we have to continue like this. That's the main issue. But today I remember my comrades who died in France, all over South Sudan, just to make the story happen. And they did it. We don't complain or did that. They did it. They raised the flag so high in South Sudan. And even now in New York, if you go to New York, the South Sudan flag is flying. That makes me proud. But we need more achievement. We need more achievement in schools. We have to kill illiteracy. We have to kill tribalism. There's many more to be fought. There's many more we can fight. And it's only not John Garanga again. It is you, Bol, and me. We have to go back to our tribe and change the mentality that don't see government as dinkas. No, that's not true. Government is the government. When it's bad, it's bad. Whether it's dinka or what. When the government is not function, it's not function. And many of us see government, it doesn't justify, we don't see ourselves in it. We don't see ourselves because government has to respect the law. Government don't do this, and government don't let tribe fight against themselves with the government weapon command. Yeah, has my boldy. And I'm sorry to call you boldy. Itama kabir mini. Yeah, bold.
La.
Yes.
Ma boldy day have bitong monjang de tar with the mazola juice.
Yeah, ma ran bang ran nongkang. Lakini yini man yini bang.
Then we go bang. That's what it is. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Pa yomalela akuma bishil pikem da ya muatnin bitat كل جنوب كل زول ما اسمه البقر in the pickup. You have to pay SPLM to سبت الكلام ده. Only us in the bush, no more enemy. You did this, we will find you. We did this, you will find you. But now the government, we become a government and everything loose. يعني مواطنين شايلين PKM, شايلين RPG7 وأكومو ما قادر لهم عشان شنو؟ كان أنت حرامي عيال تاعك تكون حرام، عيال تاعك بيكون حرامين كمان. لأنه our fathers in the J1 they become like ما قادرين, they become يعني ناس حرامين. عشان كده ناس ما بيحترموهم تاني يعني. So I'm sorry if I went so far, but I came here to celebrate the victory of my comrades, those who died in 55, and those of us who joined SPL in young age. We did contribute too much. I remember back in 95, when we ran out of numbers, the SPLM went to Kakuma and brought another Jeshamar. They came and they were a great help to us. They're the one, many of them died in Kafoita in 95. I witnessed myself. They come in big numbers and they help us. That was the resistance. SPLM. So, you, Bull, plus me, let's not succumb to tribalism. Let us fight tribalism. Even if my tribe, they're trying to say bad things, I have to say, no, what you're saying is not right. There are light in the tunnel ahead of us. We will defeat this tribalism. Garan Khalana fi zaman battal. Lokan garan guide, this tribalism, you would have finished it. But unfortunately, we are dealing with it. Even though you are you are in different room, I am in different room. Don't take me in an enemy bitag Azur. I'm only opposing you. Your ideas is not working with South Sudanese. Far from here, I will stop, my brother. Thank you. Let us thank our comrades who died in France. And by now, I salute you, my brother.
I salute you too.
Yes.
Kwano. I just want to rephrase something that you have said. You mentioned about J1, the mismanagement that's going on in J1. I will not go far into it, but you know what? Our media, sometimes they are a forum whereby Junubi, can come and, talk and voice their claim so they can be heard by the government. If you have a time another day, we'll invite you to Lake State Media. You are a great speaker, so we can iron out our differences. So I really appreciate you for the brilliant comment that you made and how you talk about our movement and how we have not made progress on our independence, but they are listening to us, and I believe they will bring the change. You have talked about unity. That's great. You have talked about how SPLA have not achieved their objectives, which is great. But keep coming to Lake State Media so we can also remind people. People have to be reminded. Like you have reminded people how you were struggling, how you fought Juba, and so forth. And you also congratulate Lost Boys, Jeja Lamer, when they left Kakuma in a mass numbers and went now to Juba and fight. Myself also, I was another one min Katiba Intifada. I was a soldier, with a lot of Red Army in Dima. I was in Dima. So, and we know all why we struggle, why we fought. Most of us knows about it. And we know what's going on in our country. It is not only in J1, but J1 mess up because of rebellion, like David have said, rebellion after rebellion. So these people were not given chance to do what they have to do. But I believe right now they will join their hands and they will do their best. So thank you so much for coming to Lake State Media. And Since there's nobody else coming, we will close the show. But before we close the show, stay on the screen. We will give one more time a tribute to our fallen heroes, and then we can close the show. We will play one more video, and then we'll close the show. Thank you so much. I will.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let me give one more tribute to our fallen heroes, and then we will close it. So let me bring it up.
Okay.
I will stop a little bit. I will stop the song a little bit, and because I have seen one of our brothers just join us, and I think he will struggle to come, and he couldn't come, but we'll give him just 2 minutes before we close, because it is unfair to close it unexpectedly while he come to the screen. So let me bring him, and from there we will close the show. Emmanuel, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Bullet. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Welcome to Lake State Media. We'll give you a chance because me and Kwano, we already make a lot of points. So welcome to Lake State Media. Continue.
Well, thank you. Actually, I don't have that much to say. I just came and joined you guys in order to listen to the songs. I was just listening earlier, and I haven't logged in order to join you guys. But there will be a day that I will talk a lot. I always follow you guys on Lake State Media, and it is a great thing, what you guys are doing. It is a forum, as you said earlier, it is a forum whereby the citizens of South Sudan can come and brainstorm, what we can do, or for our voice to be heard, back home in South Sudan. So it is really great. And Comrade Jibri, he really touched a lot of points earlier, and I appreciate him a lot. I think today it is a martyr's day. It was a day that our movement started back then, and in order to to pay tribute to those who perished a week ago, and to those who perished since the beginning of the movement in '83. So this is a day that we have to give it to them, and then we just think back, to look back, how we came to this today, and then be called Genovina who South Sudan. So I think this is the only thing that we should do today, and then later on, tomorrow, the next tomorrow, and then we can just come back and talk, what we need to do and what is going on in our country. But today, let's just give it to those, who sacrifice their, precious life, to bring what's so-called South Sudan today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manuel. We are happy to have you today. Tomorrow we will stay live, and this week we will keep on playing this video. And also I want to reach out to our brothers. Before we play this video, or before we made this video, we were trying to reach out to other generals that David have mentioned. They will be still included. You remember, I've told you all that we have not yet talked about the background, the biography of our people, our generals. Later on, we're giving families, we're giving them time right now, so we can mourn and so we can continue with the burial. But after that, we will come live and talk about individual biography. So everybody will be mentioned. So do not feel that people are left out and one person already being honored. It was the way that short time and we couldn't reach other people. But all our generals are very important. And you see when you watch this video, all of it, you will see also they are there in the video, but they are in one picture. So I don't want somebody to have a single mind that they have honored only the son of Lake State. Yes, he's our brother, he's our fallen hero. He have contributed a lot, but his contribution is equal to other generals also. So we are recognize them all. So thank you, and I will bring the video up to finish, and from there we close it.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. We already know before we start the show, we give 3 minutes to give respect to our fallen heroes. But right now, on our closing, we will give another 1 minute to ask God, because we do everything, but we never departed with God. So we have already give tribute to our brother, and now we will close the show. But before we close the show, our viewers, which are our audience, just give yourself 1 minute. Just give silence, and that silence will mean that has God to rest our general, to let God rest our general in his arm, put them in a good place. So let's do that, and then I will close the show. Tomorrow we'll still have another show. This video will play for a week until we have a battle. Thank you. Let's give it's a pray, just 1 minute pray, but you pray in your heart, I pray in my heart. So we will start this in the name of God. Thank you. In the name of God, we have concluded this prayer, and we will close the show. Mr. Kwano, I appreciate you. Emmanuel, I appreciate you. David, I appreciate you. Thank you all. God bless. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.